Most people are not eating enough protein, guys. They're just not doing it, and then they wonder why. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another vlog. This is gonna be a quick full day of eating. So it is the morning time and I'm gonna show you meal number one. So what we have right here is we have some egg whites. I normally go about 5 to 6 egg whites in one whole egg. And then I normally have one or two options. So one option to get my fats is I throw some peanut butter, some sugar-free pancake syrup, and some cinnamon. And it's almost like a dessert first thing in the morning. We call that Frenchy eggs. It's like French toast, just without the toast. Or I can go option two, which is a little bit too late for because I would have thrown it in there when I was making the eggs, is throwing some cheese and some sugar-free ketchup, because that's another go-to, one of my favorites, and I just get my fats from my cheese. Just depends what mood I'm in, but those are normally my two options for meal number one. I think we're gonna go with the Frenchy eggs because it's a classic. All right, guys, on to meal number two, and this is always the easiest one because I'm just gonna have a BioCoach meal. The reason why I always go with this one is because it's in the middle of the day and it never fails. I always get stuck in a Zoom meeting, on a call, and then I always end up missing this meal, or it like messes up my meal scheduling. So, cause I always like to have at least 3 to 4 meals before my 5 o'clock workout. But if I get stuck on a Zoom, stuck on a call, that totally screws things up to where sometimes I only have 2 meals in before my 5 o'clock workout, and I can definitely feel it because that was me yesterday. Got stuck on a Zoom and I only had 2 meals in going into the workout, and about halfway through the workout, I was done. I was like, all I can think about is food. I was like, okay, I know exactly where I'm gonna go. I know exactly where I'm gonna eat. I wasn't focused on the workout. And again, that's because I did not get my meals in. So going with this super convenient BioCoach meal right here. This is a cheesy chicken bacon skillet. One of my favorite BioCoach meals. Let me go over the macros for this. 21 grams of fat, only 7 grams of carbs, and 53 grams of protein. You cannot beat that right there, guys. So this is gonna be meal number two. Throw this in the microwave for, I say, 3.5 minutes, and you're good to go. So before we go on to our next meal, I wanna thank the sponsors of this video, and the sponsors of this video is Ancient Bliss. Guys, you know I talk about apple cider vinegar. You know I used to always take it first thing in the morning, but I will say this, it is very hard to take because apple cider vinegar is very acidic, but it has many benefits in balancing your blood sugar, helping reverse your type 2 diabetes, and giving you sustained energy. But taking apple cider vinegar over the years is probably not really good for your teeth as well. That's why I really like Ancient Bliss. These are apple cider vinegar capsules. So much easier to take. So if you're someone who is trying to incorporate apple cider vinegar before your meals or just have it throughout the day, this is probably the best way to do it, especially for beginners. I've been trying to get my mom to take apple cider vinegar, but unfortunately she's like, Mijo, I cannot take it. It's way too acidic. No matter what I mix it in, she just cannot do it. And I totally get it. It's not for everybody, right? I did give her some of these capsules and it was much easier. You're not gonna get that nasty acidic taste, but you're gonna still get the benefits by reducing blood sugar spikes, balancing your blood sugar, and giving you sustained energy because you're not getting that big spike and then that massive crash. So if you guys are interested in checking out Ancient Bliss, I'll have a link in the description below. I actually do have a discount code as well. Anytime you guys use my discount code, it directly impacts my family, my girls, so I truly, truly appreciate it. And again, everything that I do recommend on my channel is things that I truly use throughout the day. So I no longer buy the apple cider vinegar liquid. I just use the capsules. So thank you, Ancient Bliss, for sponsoring this video. And if you guys want to check them out, I'll have information in the description. Okay, so now we're on to meal number 3, and this is the meal that's gonna freak out a lot of my OG subscribers, or people who have not watched my channel in a while. Because, oh my God, I'm having carbs. Yes, I've had this discussion many times. Before we dive into that, let me show you what my meal is. So we have 7 ounces of chicken, we have 120 grams of white rice, and we have some ranch and buffalo hot sauce. So this is like a hot buffalo chicken lunch, packed with protein and packed with a little bit of carbs that's gonna help fuel my upcoming workout here in a couple of hours. One of the biggest questions, if you are new, oh my God, Logan, you're eating carbs. What are you doing? You're not keto anymore. Don't panic, Hispanic, everything's gonna be okay. I've said this many times, my main focus in life is to build muscle. I want to maintain and retain, which is pretty much the same thing, as much muscle as possible, because it's only more and more important as you get older. You know, like I said in my last video, guys, that's the biggest problem I have with people taking Ozempic. Does it help you lose weight? Yes, but what type of weight are you losing? Are you losing body fat, or are you losing lean muscle mass? They're losing lean muscle mass, and you don't want to lose that. See, the problem with Ozempic is it doesn't make you hungry. So guess what? You're not eating. And it's almost the same thing as a ketogenic diet. When you do a ketogenic diet, the reason why people lose so much weight is because you're not hungry. But the only difference between people taking Ozempic and people doing the ketogenic diet is that they're getting a good amount of fat, they're getting a pretty decent size of protein, but they're just eliminating carbs. People that are on Ozempic are not eating anything, so they're not getting any micronutrients, and they're getting that skinny fat look that you absolutely do not want. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I started to incorporate carbs, and I don't do as much keto anymore, is because my biggest problem, guys, this is my #1 problem, because I am a wannabe bodybuilder. My biggest problem is I do not eat enough. It's not going to the gym for 1 hour a day, because that's, quite frankly, that's pretty easy. It's not doing cardio, it's not getting your steps in, it's not getting enough sleep in. It is eating enough food. People don't realize how much food you have to eat if you want to be a bodybuilder, if you want to build a good amount of muscle. You need to be eating a lot of food. And when you do the ketogenic diet, you're not really hungry. Because you're eating so much fat and protein, which keeps you satiated, so you're definitely not hungry. I need to be eating 4, 5, 6 meals a day. And the only way that I can do that is if I'm eating meals with carbs and a little bit lower in fat, so I don't get that, you know, that feeling of being satiated and I'm having this meal and I'm absolutely miserable because I do not want to eat, which is the #1 important thing if you want to build muscle and be a bodybuilder. If you want to be a bodybuilder, I'm telling you, your #1 job will be eating enough food. And when you think you've eaten enough, and when you think you've eaten enough food, you probably haven't. You need to eat more. So that is why I don't want to lose any weight. I need to eat more meals. So that is why keto does not work for me. But if you're someone who needs to lose weight and then you can get into your building muscle phase, then absolutely do the ketogenic diet. Okay guys, now we're on to meal #4, and I just got done working out. Back day, and we are cooking a nice sirloin steak. So, babe, come in here. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, and before the comments say that I burnt it, and then we have our bag of rice. Now, we're not gonna eat this whole entire thing. I'm probably gonna have, I would say, since today was back day, which is typically a very intense day, I'm gonna say 150 grams of white rice. I got my water boiling right now. So that is gonna be meal #4. I'm gonna eat this big juicy steak with 150 grams of rice. I will show you how that looks like once it's done. So camera girl, thank you, babe. You can start recording. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this full day of eating with my last meal of the night. This is something that I have all the time because by the end of the night, I go to sleep pretty late, guys. It's like almost about to be 12 o'clock. And so I don't like to cook anything because the girls are already in bed. Crystal's already in bed. So me making loud noises in the kitchen, it's not gonna go well for me. So I typically always do 2 scoops of protein. So 2 scoops of protein, and then I add 20 grams of peanut butter. And I do like to go super low carb for the last and final meal. And there you go, guys. So who else's dog does that? Like just randomly. I swear, my dog will do that like at 3 in the morning, just like, and I'm like, bro, you good, bro? You good? So I haven't even added up the macros yet, guys. So macros will be boom right here when I edit this video tomorrow morning. I'll know what they are, but right now I don't. And so that is my full day of eating, guys. Thank you for making it through the video. If you made it this far, I definitely appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. If you are a parent like myself with 2 beautiful girls, or maybe you don't have kids, maybe you have 2 boys, I don't care. Whether you're a parent or not, it's never too late to get in shape, guys. It's never too late to start eating clean. As I just showed you from the meals I had today, they're all simple, clean meals, and I'm prioritizing protein because most people are not eating enough protein, guys. They're just not doing it, and then they wonder why they're always hungry. They wonder why they can't build muscle. I'm telling you, if you can just prioritize protein and make sure you get in at least 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal, you will be setting yourself up for success. That is it for today's video, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.